Hey, what is up, everybody? How are you guys doing? I'm a little bit quieter today because I'm kind of tired. It's early in the morning, and the rest of the house is still asleep. So, yeah. Wanted to touch on a couple things today. First off, that don't take things for granted. We have things really, really good right now. It's not the end of the world. We are not living in a third world country. We are not in a Great Depression right now. Right now, things are pretty good. Yes, our money isn't going as far as it should go, but gas is cheap, food is up. You know, there's things to bitch about. Sure, I get that. But we are not living in like the poor version of Ethiopia. We're not living in Ukraine. Things are pretty good. We live in America. We have it better than everybody else. Our worst have it better than some of the best in other countries. So don't take things for granted. Get out, enjoy life. Enjoy that you still have a vehicle you can go drive. Enjoy that you still have to make that super high insurance payment, because when you're not going to be making that payment anymore, it ain't going to be this good. Trust me. Now that kind of leads me on to the next thing, which is, again, the big picture, World War III. And it's something I've touched on a bit lately with my videos, and I want to touch on it again because I can't push this narrative hard enough. Because there's a lot of information out there on YouTube, social media, that is kind of steering people incorrectly, and yeah, I just don't care for it. I don't like what people are doing. I guess it could be falling under fear mongering. I don't know, but like people talk that as soon as we, which I guess is correct, but Israel goes into Iran, that World War III is going to start. As soon as F-16s go to Ukraine and start attacking Russia, World War III is going to start. Now, World War III is going to start, but it ain't right now. And I'm going to kind of do this, I guess, in a way that other people do, but you got to look at it. I've been talking about this for a long time. It's East versus West. It's NATO versus communism, any way you want to look at it. We have four main powers. We have NATO, of course, on our side, but we have four main powers. We have Russia, we have North Korea, we have Iran, and we have China. Now, look at what's been going on. The United States is involved in every single war out there. A guerrilla warfare type situation in the Congo, we got our tentacles in it. Russia, China has their tentacles in it. But even more so with these bigger countries. I think it's very, very obvious that we are involved with Ukraine, Israel, okay? Now we have North Korea really ramping up their threats. So we've seen this happen in the past, and we've seen the results of it. And the result is them going to war one way or another, instigated or attacking or whatever. So my confirmation is just more solidified with the way that North Korea is acting right now, that they are going to have a conflict with South Korea. So I'm just going to consider that pretty much a done deal. There's going to be a war in Korea. So we have Russia, Ukraine, we have Iran and Israel, we have North and South Korea. The only missing piece in World War III is China, Taiwan. Now, China has been starting to ramp it up. They have putting threats towards the United States. They're putting threats towards NATO, Taiwan, the Philippines, everybody that's involved in that area, South Asian Pacific, are feeling a little heat from China. Now, once those four are complete, then we have an extremely accelerated chance of World War III. Is it going to be some conflict that happens over on the other side of the world? No. World War III is going to start when we see Miami fall. We see Richmond, Virginia turn into crumbles. We see the death of American citizens multiply for some strange reason. When we see our power grid go down, when we see major cyber attacks, as soon as China gets into this, as soon as they make a move on Taiwan, expect to see SHTF here in the United States. The cyber team that they have is quite impressive, and they are going to be enacting many, many cyber attacks on the United States. They're going to break out their 0 days. They're going to put a hurting and deflection of interest in the United States government back to the United States to help us out, to lighten up the load that's going to be going on over in the South Pacific. In other words, they give us a grid down, they affect our water system, they shut down the cell phones, they kill the internet, stuff like that. As a country, we're going to try to focus on this. While we're focusing on this, even if it is martial law, if there's no power system or something like that, we're going to have a martial law put in place. Now we're going to be using our military, we're going to be using our finances, we're going to be using everything for our own country to stop ourselves from destroying ourselves. Then China moves in. On top of that, we're going to be distracted with Korea, Iran, Iran, I don't know if I say it right, but and Russia. And possibly while we're distracted with that, these other countries are going to make bigger moves towards the United States. Now, every one of these countries can reach out and touch somebody. Every one of these countries are nuclear powers. Whether you want to believe Iran is or not, that's up to you. They were 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb in 1992. I think that's kind of a given. I think that they've had it for decades, but that's just me. So this is all going to go down. It is not going down now. It is not going down with these little tiny escalations, whether people want to think they're huge, gigantic, life-changing escalations like sending long-range missiles to Ukraine or giving the go for a nuclear strike on Iran. That ain't it. It's big, but that ain't it. Once America gets attacked, once there's attacks here in the United States, shit's going to get real. It's going to get real for you and me. So, a lot of people don't think that's going to happen. I can guarantee that it can happen, and I can almost guarantee it will be happening in the near future. So, that's what I'm getting ready for. So, keep on prepping. I've been doing a lot of prepping lately. I have been topping things off. I have been ramping up some things. I've been getting some extra. I've been filling some holes. I've been doing all those things. Still, one major prep that I haven't done is going to be a 1,000 gallon propane tank that's going to be able to get me through anything I need. It's a big purchase. That's it takes many contractors. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it done. I wish I could just call one person. If I got to pay the bill, I got to pay the bill, but get it done. I need to get this done now. Out here where I live in the Ozarks, it can take 2 months to get somebody to come out and do something. I don't personally have the time. I could probably run gas lines, but I'd rather somebody that's certified, coded, all that kind of stuff do it, because last thing I want is my house blowing up when I'm striving or struggling, So that's where I'm at. I'm prepping. I hope you guys are prepping too. I hope you guys are thinking about how you're going to be able to get through some hard times. So I will leave it with that. I just wanted to touch on the subject one more time. I'll probably touch on it many more times because people really just don't get it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for checking out this video. I appreciate any support. Till next time, peace.